Hi everybody! So today we are doing our Project Pan final. So this is the last of this year's updates and I have a lot to unpack. So without further ado, let's just jump straight in. I'm not sure what I was thinking, but this year I've rotated in and out of my Project Pan 36 products. I am fairly new to project panning, so I guess I was just finding my feet and seeing what works best for me. But it was definitely a mistake rolling in so many products in and out because it hindered my progress on other products. So I think for next year, I'm going to definitely be a little bit more diligent. I'm going to do monthly updates and I'm only going to really roll in and out items that I really don't like and thus declutter, or if a project has reached the goal that I have set forth for it. But let's concentrate on what we have available today. It is quite exciting and I'm really excited to roll all of these out and start fresh. I'm not going to be doing my project pan immediately. I'm going to give myself a couple of weeks maybe just to kind of use whatever I want to and get familiar with the rest of my products. However, I do have an idea of what I do want to use next year. So without further ado, these are my updates. So starting with primer, I used the Olivia Hale primer. I can't really show you progress pictures because it's black packaging and I just know it was really hard to squeeze it out, so I've just clipped it down like this so it came out a bit easier. This product was not a good one to include in my project pan because it was highly drying and is basically pure silicone, but I thought I'd just try it out. So I'm very happy not to have to use this, and I think I am going to declutter it. I am going to do another video where I show you what I am getting rid of for this year. So this will definitely be getting rid of. So that just means that I'm either going to throw away if it's expired, or I'm going to just give it to a few of my friends and see if any of them would like it. So the next one, because we don't have foundation, I finished my foundation I think in my last update and I didn't include another just because I didn't want the pressure of working on another foundation. So skipping straight to the Rimmel Kind & Free, which is the concealer in the shade 030 medium. So this one, I actually was just doing my progress photos this morning and I checked and I'm down to here now. So I just obviously opened it up and like looked down the pupil. I don't know if I can show you, but it is up to there now. So it's quite a big jump from where I thought I was. I didn't think I was making a lot of progress on this, but it looks like we're almost out. I was thinking to add it into next year, but I'm not 100% sure just because it wasn't my favorite anymore. It just made my under eyes look a little bit too stark for what I like at the moment. But I think I will try and maybe add this as a backup for my project pan because I do obviously want to work on some new items. But I watched this creator called Sarah Rose, and she does a lot of like series where she shows you how you can use your products more efficiently. So I've tried a couple of methods that she's shown, like adding it in with a liquid highlighter and creating like more of a glowy foundation with it, and it's worked really well. So I think that's why we've made more progress than we thought we would, but really happy with that. Next, moving on to the cream bronzer. In the last month I didn't make as much progress as I was hoping, but I'll pop up a picture because I started like actually measuring it maybe 3 months ago. So not a lot of progress on this, even though I use it almost daily. So this is just one of those products that is really like full coverage, so you don't really need a lot of it. So but it's really emollient and nice to like blend out on your face. But I will be obviously not using this next year because I just want to make use of some of my other products, but this will definitely go back in my collection and maybe be rotated in at a later stage. I don't have the product with me now, but it is the She Glam liquid blush that I'll just pop up a picture that I had added into my project pan. I made no progress on that because I just didn't use it. It's not one of my favorite products, which is another mistake of adding it into my project pan just because I didn't want to reach for it. I didn't want to use it, so I didn't use it. So yeah, that one I think was a dud, so let's ignore that. Next we have powders. So as you can see here, the Maybelline Fit Me is much larger than it was before. Again, I don't really like this powder though, so I am rotating it out, but so stoked with the progress that I did make on that. Then for loose powder, this is honestly like one of my favorites at the moment. So it is the Collection Lasting Perfection in Translucent, and I was about halfway with this the last time I showed you. I just made a little mark, and then now we are almost out, and I definitely think I'll be finishing this probably mid next year, if not sooner. Give me maybe 3 more months, I think. I'm however not adding it into a project, and I'm not adding in the category at all in my next year's project pan, just because I chop and change a lot and I do want to get more use out of my loose powders. So this one, happy with the progress, love the product. It's like, I think there's even less in than I think there is, but really happy with the progress we've made on that. Next we have the Collection Gorgeous Glow Face Palette, and my focus for the last couple of months was the pink, and as you can see, I finally hit pan there too. It's actually much larger than the orange over there. I think with this product as well, I am gonna declutter it because it's just, I didn't really enjoy it. I used it because it was in my project pan. It is a nice neutral kind of color scheme, so it's just not pigmented enough for what I like and for my preferences. So I will be decluttering this. As I mentioned before, I did finish the bronzer in my last project pan, and then also the highlighter broke and fell out. So the blushes were just my focus, and I really am happy with the progress I made of that. And this was difficult to use just because I have other brighter blushes that I enjoy a lot more, but this is gonna have to go bye-bye. For bronzer, we had this Natural Collection bronzing powder in the shade Golden Glow, and unfortunately the pan was quite large, and for some reason the product started breaking up around it, and now when I picked it up it just all shattered. So I can't exactly show you the progress. I know it was significant, but I'll add in the previous ones and then just take a close-up of that. But I can't show you too closely because actually I think I might have taken the progress photo before it broke. Hopefully I did. But this product obviously is quite shimmery, and I thought I liked it, and then it turned out I didn't really enjoy it. It started to go really muddy on my face, so I think I might be decluttering this. It's broken anyway, and hopefully someone else can make more use of it, or I could repress it for them or whatever, but this is definitely being decluttered this year. For highlighter, I included this e.l.f. Bite Size Face Dewer in the shade Pomegranate. Like I said, this blush was not my my goal, but I definitely did use it a couple of times. But the highlighter, the hole is getting bigger, or the pan size is getting bigger, as you can see. So I'm really happy with that. This I am going to keep, obviously not going to use it next year, but I am going to keep it and rotate it in at a later stage, maybe to completion or just more pan, I guess. But I hit my goal on this and I'm happy with it. My very first highlighter I hit pan on, so really happy with that. Next we have the lipstick. So I again didn't make too much progress on that, maybe like a little smidge. I used it maybe twice, but the formula is just not for me. It's too slippy and slidey and ends up on my teeth and migrates up my face, so it's not really my favorite formula. But I am thinking of decluttering this as well because it's no longer even available, but maybe someone else can make more use out of it who likes the texture. I like, as you can see, I prefer matte lips. So yeah, this one is being rotated out and not much progress on that. Next we have, where did I put it? For my lip liner slash brow pencil that I included in my project pan, we finished it. I went to sharpen it yesterday and there's no longer, I don't know if you can see, let me pull that piece of wood out. There is nothing left. So I sharpened it and then I realized like the whole nub is gone. So that is complete. I never thought I would finish it, but I was using it both to like shape out my brows and as a lip liner, so that went faster than I thought it would, and I'm really happy to report that I finished it. Then we have the eyeshadow. For that pan, that shadow, and I had 2 focus shades for this month. So as you can see, I am so close to hitting pan on there, but unfortunately I didn't hit that mark. So we're left with 3 shadows in here that we've hit pan on, and I am rotating this out to focus on some of my other products, but it was fun working with this. It was so handy for like everyday looks, as well as something more like with a pop of blue or pop of green, and I really did enjoy this. I really like the formula, so I'm really happy with the progress I made on this, and it can go back in my drawer and something else can get a little bit of love. Then lastly, in this year's project pan, we have the mascara, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lash. I also brought this in quite late. Unfortunately, I can't tell you how far it is. It's still working. It still is wet, not wet, but it does what a mascara is meant to do. It does smudge and transfer on me, which is why it's not my favorite. So I use it on days where I'm just filming and not actually going out, because it literally gives you panda eyes. But I'm not sure on where we are with the progress, and I think I'm going to rotate it out. I know I should be throwing it away, but I'm unfortunately one of those people who will use it until it's completely dried up. So that is the plan with this, and for next year I don't even think I will add in a mascara, just because I like different mascaras for different occasions. So if I'm wearing a more light makeup and something more natural, I'll wear something a little bit more natural, and that is quite clumpy and volumizing, as it says, volumizing mascara. So yeah, it's in the name. So yeah, that will completely rotating out, and I will not be focusing on a mascara for next year. So yeah, that is all the progress I made this year on my actual project pan. But I also, just in this video, as always, I share my empties, but I wanted to share with you my yearly empties. So from the beginning till now, I used 10 items. So like completely empty. So the first one was the W7 Blur to Perfection primer. I'll pop in a picture that I finished fairly quickly because there wasn't much left. Then number 2 was the Natural Collection Hydrating and Radiant Primer. As you saw in the past few months, I completed that. Then I completed the PS My Perfect Color Perfect Finish Foundation from Primark. That was also much earlier on in the year. And then I finished the Collection Lasting Perfection, what was it called? Glow Foundation in the shade Toffee 12. That was the one that was my main focus for the year, and I'm so excited that I finished that. I don't remember the last time I actually finished a foundation. I also finished the PS My Perfect Color Liquid Concealer, as well as the PS Blurred Out Universal Powder, which was my first powder I ever used to completion. To completion sounds so bad. Sounds dirty. I used the Signature Fix and Spray, the Technic setting spray, as well as the Essence brow soap. So 10 items that I used up this year, and I think that is really, really good. I'd like to make a little bit more progress next year. That's why I am hyper focusing on less products rather than a large amount of products that literally just take up too much time. Then for pans, powder products, obviously, I hit pan literally on 10 items, including each of the individual eyeshadows. So I think that was great. So obviously, you know, I've rotated things in and out, like the Charlotte Tilbury powder. But in essence, in 10 of my products, I hit pan on. So I'm really, really happy with that. Out of the 34 products that I had in my project pan, I also decluttered 5. So yeah, I think I made some really, really good progress. I was thinking also of doing like a makeup inventory video, so let me know if you'd love to see that. But if not, I won't really bother because it would be a really big and tedious job. But yeah, I'll definitely be posting my introduction to my 2023 project pan very soon, and in order to see that, please remember to subscribe, and if you like this content, please click the thumbs up and also comment for engagement. It really helps my channel out. But other than that, I just want to say thank you so much for supporting me this year. I've grown quite a bit. Like, I think I gained maybe 150 subscribers, which isn't gigantic, but to me it really means a lot, and hopefully next year we can grow a lot more. But with that being said, I hope you all had a great Christmas and have an even better New Year, and I will see you all in the new year.